to show with the eyes that which is under. So warn to show with the eyes that which is under. Now let me ask you a question. In order for me to warn you of something, there has to be something to warn you about. Give you an example. A tornado. So if I said there's a tornado warning, that means there is a tornado coming. Everybody needs to take cover. So there's a warning about a tornado. Give you another example. I live in South Carolina. We have winter storm warnings.
Yeah, right.
Listen to this. We get 1 inch of snow. Everybody runs to Walmart the night before. They buy all the bread and milk. Don't ask me why. All the bread and milk, and everybody hunkers down. Why? Because there's 1 inch of snow coming. Yeah, you guys do it around here? Yeah, they do. I don't know why. I guess bread and milk. I guess man can't live on bread alone. But apparently, bread and milk, we can survive a winter storm warning. So literally, get this idea. Here's the idea. There's this warning. And what's the warning? It's about something that is coming. And what he says here is who warned you. And the word warn means to show with the eyes that which is underneath. And he's looking at the Pharisee, the religious of his day, who is all decked out in the external, and he looks at him and says, listen, underneath your clothes, underneath who you are, there's a nature underneath that's as mean as a snake.
Yes.
And God has come, and God has shown with his eyes that which is underneath your nature. Give you an example of this. I was driving down the road. I was going to pick up Allie, my daughter. She goes to school. So when I'm in town on Wednesdays, I go and pick her up, and so I got to go, and it was just one of those days, and you probably don't have these days, but I was just frustrated. Man, it was just one of those days where, I was on edge. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I just had a lot on my plate, and underneath, I was frustrated. Now, if you looked at me, you came up to me, and you talked to me, I'd probably be able to be social with you, and you would have no idea what was going on underneath. Well, I pick up my daughter, Allie, and we get into the car, and we drive, and we're driving in Aiken, and Aiken's a unique town because we have a lot of one-way roads. And we also have some unique drivers in Aiken. So I got behind one of those unique drivers, and I was like, man, this guy's going slow. And so he's supposed to turn left, and then he can take a left. He can't go right because that's oncoming traffic, so take a left. And we're sitting there, so he's going to turn left, and I'm right behind him. And I've been following this guy for like a block. And so I'm right behind him, and there's no one coming. And I'm like, what in the world? And finally, I yell out, drive already! And Allie was in the back seat. And what do I hear? Drive already! She sensed my frustration. Why? Because underneath the surface, there was something going on. John looks at the religious people of his day, and he looks right through the exterior. He looks right through the clothes. He looks right through all their awards. He looks right through all their duty. He looks right through all their medals. See, he looks right through all that, and he says, listen, you are a brood of vipers. Why? Because you are mean as a snake, because God has come And God has exposed, God has shown with his eyes that which is underneath. And he's warned you. Now relax. This isn't you. Take it easy. But notice what he says. How do you become as mean as a snake? Who warned you to flee from the coming wrath? Well, what is the wrath? Well, the wrath, obviously, is the wrath of God. And the coming wrath was probably, he might have been referring to the destruction of Jerusalem. That was going to happen in somewhere around AD 70. But obviously, some wrath was coming. And what was the wrath? Well, it was the wrath of God. Let me ask you a question. What is the wrath of God? Well, the wrath of God in your life